Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday today. And I have Kristi here, Kristi Sullivan, who does human design here with me today. And for those of you who are new to me, I'm Jacqueline Kane, Master Energy Healer and Low Back Pain Specialist, helping women and men get to the root cause of their physical, emotional, and financial pain so that they can start creating the fabulous life that they love and enjoy. So we want to talk about a topic that's been coming up a lot. I've had many of my clients are holistic practitioners, and there's this situation that I guess you could call it that pops up between them and their husbands. And so many of my clients are holistic practitioners. They're healers of any kind of, with all different modalities, and they have many gifts. And they're not at the level in their business that they want. We're working on it, and many of them are getting there because abundance is showing up. But as healers, and I've been there myself, I know it can take a while for us to get our business where we want it to be. So I thought that I would bring on Kristi and let's have a conversation to talk about what's happening in partnerships and relationships when the woman, it's usually the woman who has special gifts and talents and passions about helping people, but it's not bringing in the money that we really desire in the beginning. What are your thoughts, Kristi?
What an interesting topic. I think that you and I both have some probably personal experience, but we also are recognizing that a lot of our clients or people in our network are also facing this. And I do want to state it does not have to be gender specific. So
Correct.
it could be that you are a male with a spouse or partner of the same gender or different that is also facing this. So it's definitely out there. And for those of us who are in this different world of the holistic healing and just looking at things through a very different lens, maybe you could call it 5D if you're out there, it's definitely something we need to discuss and talk about because money is important to us all on an everyday basis. And so are our relationships and our inner peace and health. So it kind of all ties together.
Yeah. So if you're watching, please leave a comment in the comments if this is happening for you, because like Kristi said, we've both been there and it can be very frustrating and annoying when we're doing the best we can, right? We're out there networking, we're talking it up, we're doing everything the coaches say we're supposed to be doing, but the clients and the money sometimes just aren't flowing into our business. And that can be, it's not that you're doing anything wrong, it's just that there may be an energetic misalignment that's happening. And so a lot of the work that I do with women, men, everybody, is about clearing the old baggage, the old trauma and wounds that we carry, because that's an energy we're carrying inside of us, whether it's ancestral or whether it's a wounded inner child. That energy is stored in our bodies, and it actually is going out to the world as a frequency, as a vibration. So we are attracting people at that level. So we actually have to heal our own wounds so that we can attract the right people, the right clients who are going to come through our door and really receive our gifts and really heal. So where are you energetically? And how is that showing up? Because ancestral energy can impact your health, your ability to stay healthy, your ability to create wealth and cash flow, your ability to attract really great relationships. So where are you? What's happening in your life that's causing you not to receive the income that you desire?
And this is so important because when we are trying to live in our truth and our purpose and be authentic, and really at a soul level, at the deepest level, we want our life to reflect who we are and what around us is in alignment with that. So it starts with getting in alignment with yourself, which is why when I share and teach about human design, knowing who you are at your core is so important. And then knowing these effects of trauma and conditioning and even ancestral lineage is so important, because those are pieces that bring us out of alignment. And that's normal. That happens for every person. And it's also part of our journey here to learn about healing, and whether it's just being in a better place with your wellness and, like we said, relationships. This will also affect your inner peace, as well as that ability for money and prosperity to be what you can bring into your life in a way that also, again, reflects the alignment that you have. So it's such an important topic to share today, that we all, first of all, share a journey, and yet we all experience it differently, but we all need support. It's not something that we can go through life, that we need that healing to happen, because it is helping us in such a big way right now.
Yeah, and you bring up the word relationship, and it's also looking at your relationship with money, right? Because money is energy. So if we've learned from our family growing up or throughout our life that money is bad and it's not good to have money, and there's judgment around having too much money, all these thoughts and beliefs around money will impact your ability to create success in your business or create lack and scarcity. So that's another thing that we work on with our clients to help get very clear in what are your beliefs around money and what are you attracting through your beliefs.
I'd love to share a personal experience, and I think you may also, Jackie, want to. But for me, in my upbringing, my culture, working hard to be successful was the formula. It's what we did. And I certainly acted in that way, where I knew that, I had to put a lot of things, maybe self-sacrifice or put things to the side in order for me to just work hard and show others I was working hard, in order to get the money, the validation, and the achievement.
Mhm.
And what I learned is through human design that we're all not built the same way. So if we're all trying to do that working hard model and formula, that it is not necessarily meant to go to each person to go through it the same way. We all have different energy, and that uniqueness that we have, when we figure out that formula from that perspective, it changes things. It actually made me feel like I wasn't working hard, because I was doing things that I knew were important to not only my alignment, but the alignment of my business, and how I chose to create things, and what that looked like, and how and all that story also comes out in what I teach, because as I discovered my human design, I felt more empowered and validated and honored more of who I was. And then that reflection came not only in my business, but even in the relationships with my spouse, in conversations about money. It didn't mean that they weren't challenging sometimes, but they were now in a way. I was talking about money differently, and I was talking about working differently. And I think that's, each person has to discover that on their own, their uniqueness and how money shows up for them.
And you bring up a good point, because that's where human design really helped me understand who I am, how I should be running my business. And it was so different from all the instructions that the coaches I had hired in the past. I'm not supposed to work 24/7 and be out there and hustling. So the more I take breaks, and of course, I was raised, like you said, I was raised to work 24/7. So it's taken me time and energy to like pull that back and trust the process. And the more I step back and trust, it's amazing what shows up. And I think it's a huge piece for a lot of people who have businesses and are just not doing it the right way.
And I know for me, then tapping into things like ancestral clearing, energy clearing, EFT, which you helped me with one on one, those pieces were also important because it wasn't just knowing about my human design, but understanding how, again, that inner work that I had to
Mhm.
do is going to affect the relationships and my business and all the areas of my life that I was looking to improve and create some better alignment with. So that definitely helped the more that I could do that.
Mhm. Yeah. And then magic happens, right? Because just things show up out of the blue, money shows up, clients show up, and the perfect opportunities show up.
And sometimes the magic is also in the clarity of
Mhm.
knowing what direction you take your business or in the clarity of what decisions to make. Um, and that clarity can lead to inspired action. So that inspired action then has its magic of helping to
Mhm.
create things.
Yeah.
And it's not just necessarily out of the blue, but it ends up being from again that place of alignment that you
Yes.
what we want to get to.
Yes. Um, okay. So some of the things that we have done, we are now sharing with our clients, and we have a very special opportunity for people to have similar results that we have. We have an upcoming retreat, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th through the 7th. It will be at Crepalo. We will be sharing the link in the comments below. It is for anyone who would like to get into more alignment in their life, in their health, in their wealth, in their business, in their relationships, their marriage, before retirement. It's for anybody who really wants more fun and more ease, flow, and abundance in their lives.
Yes, it's going to be amazing. We did this back in the fall last year and are doing it again. We had a great time with our first round because we gave the space to our attendees to attend yoga and to go to some of the offerings that Kripalu offers at the retreat center, to have meals that are healthy and energizing, and we had this support around us from where we were staying and from the group that we
Mm.
had this group together. We support each other, and so many times like-minded and similar themes came up throughout our weekend. And so we have these sessions that will take you through to help you get introduced to human design and to do some of that ancestral and energy work clearing that is just so powerful. And in this one weekend, last
Mhm.
time there were so many shifts, and we know that's going to happen again with this next retreat we have planned for you.
Yeah, it's always amazing. It's always mind-blowing what shows up, what happens. Um, and I know that people left there feeling so good, so energized, and ready to, they had more energy when they were able to be reunited with their families and with work. Even one client, because we do goals in the workshop, one of the very first things we do is setting up your goals. And one of the attendees reached that goal when she left the retreat. So anything is possible. And we love hearing all of these stories of wins for so many people.
And I want
So
to say that that person also stepped out of their comfort zone. Attending this kind of retreat was the first time she had done that at this level where it was a weekend and she took the time and made the investment. And that was huge because she was willing to do that for herself. And the results just were so much more for her because she really was expanding her zone of comfort and her zone of genius.
yeah, and I think that's one of the most important things is committing to yourself. The minute you say yes, that's when things start shifting. And it just opens the door for so many great things to happen. So I'm leaving the link for the retreat in the comments. Reach out if you have any questions, and let us know what you thought of our conversation. How are you doing with your husband or partner or spouse and money? Thank you.